more than just a job. It's a way of life, and it's a way of approaching life and of living life. And so a lot of farmers will probably say something along the lines of it's a calling from God. It's something that's really deep and spiritual and meaningful. You know, take care of the earth. Like I've given you this earth, you be stewards of this earth. So there's a certain sense where, yeah, this is something that comes from God. It's something that's spiritual. It's part of what makes us human beings and makes us creatures of God and special creatures of God that are stewards of His creation. So is this the life that God is asking me to live? It's a beautiful life. If God is asking you to live that way, is this something worth putting my family through? I think, again, if God is wanting you to do it, then to be able to take that leap of faith and trust in God and to say yes to His will is hard no matter what He's going to ask of you. So I grew up on a dairy farm, family dairy farm. My dad we milked somewhere between 40 and 50 cows. Okay. So pretty much enough for one guy and his kids. And that was plenty of work, lots of hard work, especially in the summertime. Faith was really, I guess, kind of a very natural thing for us too, growing up on a farm, because I think farmers, out of most people, most priests know this, the parishioners who grew up in that way or who are currently trying to make a living in that way, that they have a kind of intuitive, lived faith. They have a lot of faith in God because, quite honestly, they recognize that there's just lots of things outside of their control. So to be able to have that aspect of faith to fall back on, to know that God is in control and that God is with us and that God loves us, that He provides for us, that strength of faith that farmers often have is something that is hard to find other places. But ultimately, I mean, I think most farmers just really need to know that there are people there behind them, that human support and that community support and that faith support means so much to them. They know what it's like to put their trust in other people. They're okay, yes, oftentimes with asking for help, but sometimes not. Sometimes they're like most human beings who hate to ask for help, hate to impose on other people. And so I think as the faith community, especially parishioners and pastors, to be proactively looking out for the farmers in your parish community. You know who they are, listen to their stories, ask them how they're doing, and really just be interested in their life and their struggles, because the worst part probably for a farmer, especially the smaller farms now, is that they're so few and far between, is that sort of natural community of farmers and small farmers is shrinking. And so I think a lot of farmers feel they're kind of alone and that other people don't really understand what they're going through. For example, back when that big snowstorm was collapsing barns and stuff like that up in my parish and in my community, it just one day, like one afternoon, just be like, I'm just going to go out there. It was extra effort and extra time or whatever, and I think it was probably my day off too. But I'm just like, I'm just going to go out, and you know, these people don't come to church maybe as much as they should and stuff like that, but they're still my parishioners, and just going out there, like, well, instead of them coming to me, why don't I go out to them, and just going out to them and how you guys doing? What's going on? You know, like, do you need anything? Do you know, whatever? Do you need manpower to help put things together or shovel things out, or what do you guys need? And they were doing okay. They were getting by, you know, but they super appreciated just somebody coming out and just asking them.